blast zone out of the battlefield. I am perfectly fine with that. Ooh, change of plans. Definite change of plans, because we're still gonna have a lot of mana. Okay, I'll definitely take this. I will definitely take this. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be another deck tech in standard, this time with a strategy that I love, which is artifacts. Now, as you can see, we're not seeing a lot of newer cards. It's only Ugin, but you know, if it works, why try and fix it, right? We have a lot of very good stuff happening in this deck. Now, this is the final list, but the first 3 games in the video are not going to be this exact list, because I added 3 Authority of the Councils in the last 2 games, because the meta is very fast and we're playing against a bunch of mono red decks, and you know how annoying those are. So this Authority of the Councils will give you a little bit of life until you can get to the temporary lockdowns, or you know, the Portal to Phyrexias, the Cityscape Leveler, the Ugins, and you can start taking advantage of those bigger spells. Maybe Authority of the Councils was something that I thought, okay, we're gonna get some life because those players play a lot of creatures. Maybe they're gonna come in tapped, so no hasty shenanigans. So maybe there are better things to put here, and please leave in the comments what things you would take out and what things you would leave. But I thought this was a good addition. The rest is ramp. Basically the Iron Crag, Fabrication Foundry, Transpider will give you those token power stones that can only be used to cast artifact spells. Hedron Archive, fantastic card, costs 4, so it synergizes with the synthesizer pretty perfectly, but it also gives you 2 colorless mana that will help a lot with the Ugin cast, and also it gives you card draws. Just for 2 mana you can draw 2 cards, which is fantastic when you're in a bind. You have a lot of removal as well. Temporary lockdown to deal with all of those low to the ground token, mono red, go white strategies. Unstable Glyph Bridge is not the best addition, but as you'll see in the last game, it will be very useful, especially if you have 1 simulacrum or 2 or whatever on the battlefield and no creatures. You play this, you'll take out whatever your opponent has, which in that case I think it was a huge token, like an 8/8 or something, and then you can craft with artifacts. And if your opponents will only have 2 choices, they either attack you or they cast spells. It's either or, cannot be both, so pretty decent. Mightstone and Weakstone serves as a Urza combo. Obviously, you probably already know, but Urza Lord Protector makes your artifact, instants and sorceries cost 1 less to cast, which is great. But then if you have both Urza and the Mightstone and Weakstone on the battlefield, you can pay 7 and you'll create the Urza Planeswalker, which is fantastic. You activate the abilities twice, so you can draw a lot of cards, create a lot of tokens, exile permanents, you know, you can do a lot of stuff. It also serves as a card draw, so that's great. It also serves as ramp, so fantastic. And then you get to the really big spells, which is the Nexus of Becoming, that will help you cast Fire of 7 Deaths, Cityscape Leveler, Portal to Phyrexia, all of them for free. They become 3/3 Golem Artifact creatures, which is not ideal, but when you don't really have more than 6 mana and you're in a bind, you need a Portal to Phyrexia, you'll at least get the ETB of the Portal to Phyrexia and maybe win the game because of that, so pretty decent. And then you have the MVP, Ugin Eye of the Storms. This card is fantastic, man. Honestly, if this card hits the battlefield, you can immediately exile the most important permanent they have, and then you can either gain life, add mana, draw cards. You know, like let's say you have Ugin and 1 or 2 mana up, you can play Ugin, exile something from your opponent, use the zero ability at 3 mana, play, I don't know, Iron Crag. You still have 1 or 2 mana up plus this, you know, and you'll exile another thing, and then you can play more colorless spells like Transpider, Hidron Archive, whatever, and just keep exiling your opponent's stuff. I've had insta concedes when Ugin enters the battlefield, so pretty good. That's basically the deck. I'm not gonna go into any more detail. I'm just gonna thank you guys very much that we reached 180 subscribers. That was amazing. My goal is 250 right now, as you know, so very happy that we're getting closer and closer to that goal. It's all thanks to you guys. With that being said, I really hope you enjoy the video, and let's get in some games. Deckman has pretty much everything I love. I just hope it works now. That is always the hardest part in Magic, man. Making a deck work. I'll keep just because of the ramp. We have a little bit of later removal but card draw as well, and you know, we might draw into something nice in the meanwhile. In the meantime. Okay, slow start for our opponent as well, or Zov, I guess. Okay, so we have all the mana we need. We don't want more mana, Magic. Give me the Urzas, the Simulacrums. Okay. I guess there's more. Okay, so Might Stone and Weak Stone, and now our end doesn't scare anyone. That's basically it. I think it scares even less now. I'll throw in Spider. And I'll have to go with one of these instead of the Seachrome Coast that we're gonna have to tap it, cast it tap, just because this is exactly what I wanted to happen. I want him to play something, you know. This really sucks, but our draws haven't been great, but we keep going. We can do some stuff still. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 turn away of casting. Oof, that was fantastic. 1 turn away. Oh, well, I can actually go with this. Put it into my hand. Sure, I know our opponent plays with stuff that can remove it from our hand, but screw it. Once he sees my hand, I'm sure he'll have a harder time figuring out what to take out, you know. Simulacrum is most likely the most important thing to take out, and that's what you will choose, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm fine. We'll get it back quickly with the Phyrexia that we can already play next turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, we can play the Leveler, not the Phyrexia, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Or no, we cannot. We don't have enough for that. I'm just gonna go with this. Let's get our boy back. Like, if our opponent wants to let the Cityscape Leveler live, I'm fine. If he wants to take out the Synthesizer, it is what it is. He's being mana screwed, which is pretty obvious. Okay, decided with that one. That's fine. Okay, I guess. I'm gonna start by doing this. Oh yes, yes please. Yes please. So we're gonna get that out of the way. I think we're in a pretty good position, and let's go with that one. I think we're in a pretty good position. We're gonna get another Synthesizer on the board, but let's see. Okay, get lost. That's fine. We can unearth him next turn for 8. And we can actually, I think that's probably what's best, because after we do this, we can destroy the innkeeper's talent, right? Yeah. We actually could have dealt a little bit more damage, but we'll do that now. I don't think I want that right now, no. Okay, that was good. Let's see if we get, if our opponent has something up his sleeve. If not, I think we get this. Yeah, I think we're safe. Yeah, I think we're safe. It's time to Ugin this into oblivion. People see a Ugin coming down and they almost insta scoop this card. What a beast of a card, man. Ugin into whatever you have that's colorless will just destroy your opponent's will to live. Let's get into another one. I don't think I should keep this. On one hand, we only need... Nah, I don't think this is a good hand. Okay, this is a much better one. We'll take the unstable glyph thingy out of the way, because we can go with either Iron Crag or Fabrication Foundry on turn 2, right? And the Synthesizer on turn 3. I think I'll... yeah, I think I'll Fabrication Foundry right now. So, turn 3 Simulacrum, unless we get another land. If we do, we have 1, 2, 3, an untapped land, 4, and 3. So we can actually go with those two, I think, right? 1, 2, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah. That's perfect. Now, we might lose our Simulacrum immediately, but... Okay, I don't want that. I'll take the other land. Not ideal, but... Cityscape Leveler, I'm gonna assume it's gonna be very important in this matchup. I don't know why. Not losing our Simulacrum would be great. Not gonna Frontier. Okay, I don't want another land, because we're gonna play the Spider, which will probably immediately die. I kind of want card draw right now. Okay, that's fine-ish. That's not great, but it's not terrible either. Sorry, just taking a sip of my coffee. Okay, Hedron Archive. So, I'm guessing... Okay, I'll play another Spider, why not? I would like the Spiders to live, because with that... sorry, with that 7th ability, you know, you pay 7 mana. That might be very important. But right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's enough for a Cityscape Leveler. Okay. That sucked, but... Okay, mana is not great. I don't really know what our opponent is playing. I'm going to assume it's something Ugin related. I don't know why. I'm assuming that, but... So I can't really do anything about that. I'm just gonna pass turn for 1 turn just to see what's up, what our opponent does, you know. Fountain Port is gonna be great. You can actually draw cards, taking out the sacrificing the Power Stone token. A white Might Stone and Weak Stone, right? Yeah, a Might Stone and Weak Stone would be great for us. We could definitely Okay, we lost one Ugin and one Sire. I think Sires is... We only have one? No, we have two. Okay. That's not terrible then. Valgavoth and Ugin, obviously. I knew it, man. Ah, that's crazy. That is a very nice deck. Though, I enjoy it. And we got another land. That sucks. So, let's take out Ugin, obviously, because that's insanity at the highest level. And I'll just put the other land on. It doesn't really matter. 3 non-land permanents is good. I wish we wouldn't... I wish we can't attack with it so we don't have to exile it, but I mean, I wish our opponent doesn't exile the cityscape level. That's what I mean. It's not that early, I should be able to talk. Sorry if you heard my chair. There's no reason not to attack, obviously. Big hit. Another deadly cover-up. I think that's the name, right? Yep. Okay, no. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I guess this is the play, man. Like, even if I don't get to attack with the cityscape leveler, this is definitely the play. Then, because of this, I don't have to take out any of my what's it called, non-land permanents to the Valgavoth. So that was a great draw, I think. Also, if it stays on the battlefield, we will get a Valgavoth to ourselves, or a Sire, Urza, Throne Spider, something, man. Something good. But I do not know what our opponent has. Maybe it's the Fountain Ports. Maybe he's gonna kill the Cityscape Leveler. I don't know. I was confused why he hasn't used the Ugin to kill... Oof, rough. That is rough, man, because I do not know what he's gonna hit. So it might be something crazy. I'm gonna take out the beanstalk. I don't want him drawing a lot of cards, so I hope it's not another Ugin. Okay. Now this is a matchup. Good thing is I have a cityscape leveler, so I can maybe take out the synthesizer. That was what I wanted. This is gonna be a rough matchup, man, but pretty cool. I will not complain about this game. Okay. He still has 5 mana available. There's a lot of stuff you can cast, man, with 5 mana. A lot of stuff from my deck. A lot of crazy stuff. I would love an Ugin, man. I don't know if that's too much to ask, but an Ugin would be amazing. And I don't know what I'm gonna get from my deck now. I need to take out the synthesizer, that's for sure. I could go with the Sire, but I think I want to go with the Valgavoth. The Sire would be good, and we got the win. I was not expecting to get this win, man, and we got the rank up also. That was cool. I was not expecting to get the win so early. I understand that the Valgavoth on my end would be difficult, but like, he's running black, so he has to have a lot of removal. He can take out the 3 tokens, you know, he can take out the Llanowar elves and one of the archives to kill it. Plus, he's gonna have a lot of big ass creatures on the board with the synthesizer. But you know, I was gonna kill it. I was gonna destroy it. I mean, pretty good win, pretty good win. Let's get to another one. Say about this deck that we're playing with is that Arena's matchup system will pair you up against all kinds of mono red and very little else. We just had 3 in a row and we're in platinum. Okay, I guess we got one that's different. Okay, so we might have a chance here. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. Okay, I'm not 100% sure what our opponent is playing, but nah, I want to go with the Simulacrum. We'll at least get the Scries in. No, one more land is fine. Because next turn, I think... No, I cannot. Okay, so it's the Overlord deck. Of course. So, one thing's for sure, we're gonna have to deal with... what's it called? Leyline Binding. But, at least, we're gonna be able to pretty quickly get to Cityscape Leveler mana. Let's put it that way. Which means, you know, pretty easy to take out one Leyline Binding or two. I say one or two because if he kills the Leyline Binding, okay, I'm actually fine-ish with that. So let me do the math. If I go with this, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can actually go with everything here. So I can go with that. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. So I'll go with this one first. Okay. I'll go with that. And that. Okay, so definitely next turn we're gonna... Okay, if he's blocking, that might be good for us. That might mean he does not really have a response now. But next turn, either way, we'll definitely Cityscape Leveler. Sucks that it's an online permanent because I would like to get that blast zone out of the battlefield. I am perfectly fine with that. Oh, change of plans. Definite change of plans because we're still gonna have a lot of mana. Okay, I'll definitely take this. I will definitely take this. So now we're just gonna see what he does, right? Nexus of Becoming might be, and we got the win. I was gonna say Nexus of Becoming might be a fantastic card for us. Now he asks if I had fun. Yeah, now I had. Might be a fantastic card for us in this matchup. That was what I was going to say, because it will draw us one card at the beginning of every combat step, you know, so that would be very important. Because if not, I would have to start sacrificing my Aegon Archives, and that's not something I would want to do, obviously, but pretty solid win. Let's get into another one. These last couple of games where we were matched up against 20 mono red decks. I'm exaggerating to prove a point. I decided to make a couple changes. Okay, I'll keep this. A couple of changes just to see if the deck performs a little bit better, you know. It would be nice if it did. Okay. that was something else. I'll take another Edron archive. Okay, so subterranean schooner. Schooner. I don't know how you say that. You know what? I will actually take a temporary lockdown. So far we can take out one of these, or better yet, both of these. Next turn we can Edron archive or temporary lockdown, or I think we're gonna temporary lockdown because our opponent has a lot of stuff right now, so well, I might want to do that. Wait, but we're already on 15 and I have no idea. Well, a little confused. I think I'm going to temporary lockdown. Screw it. Our opponent will technically lose everything, and I say technically because I don't really know. I mean, he can have something to destroy the temporary lockdown, so okay, I got this Soul Cauldron's not like fantastic, but it's not terrible either. Plus we're going to be creating a couple tokens, 2 to be precise, and putting more creatures on, well, 2 tokens, yeah, and having 3 creatures on the battlefield. Okay, it's a Merfolk deck. That was pretty obvious. It's not something we usually see, especially if, you know, considering I'm playing. Well, you know what? Sure, we might be able to, I wouldn't say win this, but almost. Our opponent goes down to 2. And, you know, whatever he plays comes in tap. So he might go with a bunch of smaller creatures, but we have a 8/8 to block. We're getting life. We can draw 2 cards next turn, so. Okay. That's a weird. I was gonna say that's a weird choice. Well, this was a pretty decent win, cannot complain. Our opponent wasn't mana screwed, we just were lucky with the temporary lockdown, but apart from that, we had full control of the game. Let's see what happens next. Considering I made some changes, I'm gonna try and get at least one more game with you for you guys, you know, so that you can see how this new version, let's put it that way, version of the deck performs. I think I'll keep this. I think I'll keep this because I will get to ramp on turn 2 and 3, and then I'll have more than enough for that. But let's see. From the cleaves, I would say either Izzet or Mono Red, but we'll see what the Benign Giant. Ooh, the Benign Giant is also crafty. Good, good. It could also be quick. That would be great. Okay, I guess cue the elevator music. Okay, time to play, I guess. I guess the Benign Giant is in. Okay, so Boros. I forgot about Boros. Boros is also extremely prevalent in this current meta. I'm gonna go with blue just to scare our opponent a little. Ooh, he plays blue. Okay, so that's terrible. Look how trash the shuffler is, man. This happens way too much to be just a random occurrence, but we go and go again, I guess. Okay, let's see what we will get. We will go with the synthesizer because I really need the scries. You know what? I'll actually take one more land. And I say one more land because we will be able to play an island and a Thran Spider that will give us a power stone. Hopefully. I will go with the spider. I don't care if he counters or does whatever he wants. I want that power stone token. Okay, so it's not borrows. Let's see what we get. If he kills it, he kills it. I'll take a Ugin. I'm just gonna go with this. Because I doubt the token will survive a long time, so. Okay, so it's not Izzet, it's not borrows, it's Pico. A non-land card with mana value 3 from the graveyard. That's fine. That is perfectly fine. Let's get Chico out of here. Create a big boy, and now let's see what we get. Land, okay. I'll keep doing that. Worst case scenario, I will what's it called? Thin out my deck. So there's always a positive coming from this. What does this do? I don't recall. So 2 mana. Get lost again? I mean, he's spending all of his get lost, so I'm not that mad. I am not that mad. We have to Hedron Archive. And yeah, once again, we will thin out the deck. So we got a land. Let us do this again. Another land. And once again, just thinning out the deck. We'll take another Thran Spider. Why not? Now, I don't know exactly what the end game is for our opponent, so I don't really understand what I should be on the lookout for. I haven't played against this deck, well, ever. So he's returning a spell, creating tokens, drawing cards, doing a lot of crazy stuff. Okay. Copying it, so he's returning 2 spells. Right? Okay. Gaining a lot of life. Probably is gonna kill my... No. No? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. So, okay. Now I understand what this deck wants to do, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan. So, first, this. Definitely not 2 land. Magic. Now, this. I will kill one of his stupid creatures, and now I'll play the Thran Spider because there's not really a lot more I can do. And let's surveil the other. Okay, I'll take the Authority of the Council. It's not great, but does he have another Jeskai Revelation? I'm going to assume he does. I'm going to do this just because I can see our opponent. Okay, so I can see our opponent likes to create tokens, so the Authority of the Councils might be good, plus a lot of damage to the face as well. It can deal a lot of damage also to my creatures with Chandra. I don't know if that's the end game here. Okay, nothing really happened. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I can Ugin. When it enters. Okay, it's only when it enters. So let me see if we can still do something here. Going to kill my Thrine Spider, maybe? Counter. Resolve, 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 resolve. Do I have 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Resolve. I'll decline. Resolve. He still loses that one, so could be much worse, I guess. Yes, because I will create more things and kill the... I'll keep that one. I'll kill that one. Demolition field. Sure. Maybe he's trying to thin out the deck as well. The thing here is, do I really even want to attack? I don't think I do. I need the blockers. I'm only on 10 life. Hopefully the authority of the consoles will help a little bit with that. Like, I think it was the Jeskai Revelations that created, yeah, that created the tokens. The Benign Giant is a very slow player. Cue the elevator music again. Okay, he's back, fellas. We can carry on. I think I'm just gonna keep things this way. Hopefully we will be able to do some stuff next turn. Okay. That one is interesting. That one is definitely interesting. You know what? Why not? Why not? If he wants to spend counters on it, let him spend counters on it. I have bigger and better things that I can try and actually do. Okay, so he's copying that, giving me 1 life, which is not great, but it's 1 life nonetheless. And I think I'll activate that ability. Going into my hand. Sure. I will now wait. We still have 4 blockers for now. We will have 1 or 2, hopefully. Either way, but... Okay, Sunfall. Everything dies. That does not worry me that much. He cannot attack with it right now, so... I think... Or can he? No, he cannot. That scared me. Okay, so... A crappy land. I think it's time for an unstable cliff bridge, right? Yep. So, getting a creature and trying to play another simulacrum. Well, playing because he only has 1 mana up. I will definitely pay the 2. Yes, give me the portal to Phyrexia, please. I'll do that. I will exile one of the no, actually the foundry. I'm doing this just because, well, first of all, I'm gonna get a little bit more stuff, but mainly it's because if he plays something, he cannot attack, right? So it's extra safety in my books. We'll see what happens, but we can't do anything against Sunfall, so... Okay, so basically he can only play stuff now. He doesn't have a Sunfall or anything, because if he did, he wouldn't have played that. I can do this just to make bigger things, right? Yeah, I will. Screw it, man. I will try and do this. Try to make my creatures as big as possible. I'm gonna be aggressive. I don't care. Okay. So that was not great, but let us swing with everything. And I might have been able to do that first. But hey man, we're on 8 life. Maybe our opponent can restless bivouac or whatever you call that thing and block one of my tokens, but we need to be aggressive here. I have enough to, yeah, that's the game plan, is to block. So he loses everything, he goes down to 10, and I think it's time to do this and draw 2 cards, man. Screw it. This might not be the best play ever, but I'm gonna be very aggressive here. Okay, I'll just end turn. Stock up. He's fishing for a Sunfall or something. Which, let's be honest, he will probably get. But I'll be able to draw some cards next turn. I'll be able to also play the Drawn Archive, create more tokens. Okay, so he's out of Sunfall reach. I do not know what he might have, but a Sunfall is not that. Maybe land in a Day of Judgment. Okay. Is he going to kill me with 1 mana? Or am I safe? I never know against decks like this, man. I never know. I'm always a little bit worried. Good game. Oh, brilliant. Don't say good game, man. You'll scare me. So I guess this was the last game of the video. I mean, the deck performed pretty well against a very aggressive, well, aggressive control deck, let's put it that way. This card is amazing, and Shiko is also a fantastic new card that we're seeing in Standard. It's the first time I played against this deck, so I think I did a decent-ish job, but very happy with this win. Let's get into the final thoughts. So, final thoughts, everyone. I really enjoy this type of deck. You know, I'm a sucker for artifacts if you've been following the channel for a little while. Unfortunately, the first 3 games weren't this exact list. We had the Urza Silex, 1 Urza Silex, and 1 more land, I guess. And yeah, we had 24 lands. And well, I must have taken out something else that I don't quite remember what it was. I think it was 1 Unstable Cliff Bridge as well, but I'm not 100% sure. I needed to add the Authority of the Councils just to protect us against those go white strategies, you know, especially mono red with all of those hasty breachers, annoying ass shenanigans that mono red loves to pull. I think this worked out a little bit better, but you know, I still need more games to figure it out. You guys let me know in the comments if you try this version, how was your win rate and how was the playability of the deck. I really like this. Unfortunately, there's a lot of really fast decks going around, so maybe this is not a deck you should craft if you're struggling with wild cards, you know. If you already have this, which is very possible, most of these cards are hanging around standard for a while now, so it's very possible you already have them, except probably Ugin. It's the only newer edition that's here, but it's a very fun deck. Ugin is a beast when it enters the battlefield. Urza in the Might Stone Weak Stone combo is also pretty cool if you can achieve it. It's not easy because you need to play Urza, it needs to survive, you need to play the Might Stone and Weak Stone and then still have 7 mana to meld it, so it's not the easiest combo, but you ramp up quite a lot with this deck. You get the simulacrums quite easily. Pretty good deck, and there's not a lot more to say, so I really hope you enjoy the videos. Thank you so much for all the support, and we got to 180 subs this week, so very happy with that. It's all up to you guys, obviously, so thank you very much for that. Like I was saying, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe. It means the world to me and it's very appreciated, so it shows you guys are enjoying the videos and my whining, my bitching and moaning, all of that, but also my gameplay, so that's nice. And yeah, I guess I'll see you on the next one.